Good morning. I had quite an experience the weekend. I went to see a friend of mine who works at Blythe Tall Ship take the lead part in a musical called Sister Act. Now, I'm sure many of you have seen the film with Whoopi Goldberg, I think it is, in it. But actually seeing the play was totally different. I mean, the discussions and the songs and everything were in your face theologically. One of the interesting parts for me was when the Mother Superior was singing a song and she was utterly devastated that her convent life, her building of the kingdom away from the world and all nice and everybody's the same and everybody follows the rules was being totally blown away because she'd got bikers and transvestites and all sorts of different disreputable characters coming into the church and actually worshipping. And it reminded me a bit about today's reading, which follows on from what Anne was speaking about in Acts of the Apostles earlier in the week. So Paul is out there trying to take Christianity to the Gentiles, and the Jewish Christians in Jerusalem are pretty unhappy about it. They sort of think that it has to be their way or the highway, and that they're completely convinced that Jesus, being a Jew, was only interested in bringing God to the Jewish nation. Paul, of course, points out otherwise and says, the kingdom of God is there for everyone. So, the mother of the nunnery in Sister Act, I really think was very much in the Jerusalem principle rather than the Pauline principle. And I hope we're pretty much the same in the Pauline principle. I mean, a great example is what's going on Black Hill at the moment. The Methodist Church at Black Hill is interesting. That's it. The idea of new places for new people really works on this site. The actual church is in the community centre up the hill and doing really, really well. But this is a perfect place to introduce people to different ways of being Christian. Perhaps a community garden, perhaps a community workshop, perhaps a community small space for young people, or perhaps all three, if not more. We've formed a group now to start looking at that and working on it. And we've got the buy-in from the district and the circuit and the local church to go forward. So let's see what happens. Watch this space. We're lighting a fire on Black Hill. So which camp do you sit in? Are you in the Jerusalem Christian principle of it's only people like us, or are you out there with Sister Act saying it's God and Jesus and redemption and the love of the Spirit and all the stuff that we find so remarkable about Christianity is there for everyone, and we can't hold that back, and in fact we should be out there with everyone. So if you're interested in getting involved in anything like that, why not drop me a line at clivegray86@gmail.com, and we're doing loads in the circuit to look at how we reach out and work in the world where God is, rather than in a building where people like us are. Of course, everybody's still welcome. As Stuart said to me, yeah, Clive, you can come along, we'll have anybody. God bless.